to everybody. I like to give you a little tour about our upcoming UB64 WebShare product and proofing. And just to know what we are talking about, I'm going to the product website and going to WebShare. This is the solution we are talking about, and it's a file server solution which sits on your file server, communicating with our web server solution and communicating with clients for remote collaboration and working together and doing remote proofs. So that's the WebShare solution. Let's check the print preview solution. Here we have a remote proofing option that the monitor shows what gets printed or produced later on paper or electronically, and we have an annotation system built in. This video is specialized only on the features what is new, and by the way, we have here at the end of our website under the CD what is new in UB64, and I will go to this first and have a little tour. And I start here by logging on into WebShare, and here we go. Take my regular username, Helmut Schwerniak from HELIOS, and see some files. So what is very nice, that the first new thing you see that we have keyboard navigation, which means when you type some letters, for example proof, it jumps to everything called starting with P, or just going to entering proof. Here it jumps to proof, or at the end I have Volvo. And what's also very nice, when at the beginning of the page I type in Volvo and it jumps to the end and highlights me my selection. So this is one of the new features. I show you another one, and I'm doing this very quick and showing you only the deltas. Here you see in this list view, and by the way we have also a gallery view to be more visual. However, the list view is very efficient because you have everything in a straight list and you can see this easily and sort this by name. However, for some icons we don't have a preview because there is no custom preview in this document. So we have a solution for it. We have a new view called Smart View. It's the same like the list view, however, it renders previews on the server to show you for every single image kind media file a proper preview. So that's very nice. For very large directories you don't like to have this because it needs to generate previews on the server, but here it's a step ahead. Then I like to show you something different, and for this I need to check what I do. I probably go to a folder here. Well, let's go back. I have a test directory, and in this test directory I create a new folder, test upload, and in this test upload folder I like to upload some files, and let's see if I have something available here. Yep, here I got something, and I have some files here which I may like to upload. And let's take these 3 images. I can drag and drop this to my file browser, and an upload window starts. I click on upload. Oops, this went too quickly, so I do it again just to show it to you. Select all, delete these files, and oops. So upload these files, click on upload, and you will see a progress bar, and certainly here everything is locally on my local system. You see the 70 megabytes have been uploaded very quickly. What you will see is that you have multiple files here. You can also cancel them if it takes too long or you don't need them anymore, and you can also add additional files to this which will get uploaded right away. So that's very nice that you can basically drag and drop files to the file browser or upload window, and it will upload the selected files via drag and drop upload. What's very nice here is that we are not limited to 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 gigabytes. Very large files will be splitted into 2 gigabyte pieces and automatically recombined on the server, which means you can upload all kind of files, including largest video files. So the drag and drop upload, I like it a lot. It has many advantages because it's more quickly and more visual. Some customers prefer the zip upload, which is also nice because the zip upload compresses files up front, versus the drag and drop upload just takes the files as they are. Okay, so I continue with my tour and like to show you something different. And this is called quick shares, and very often we have the need just to share certain files to somebody. Let's say I like to share these files to somebody. We have an option here in Edit, Quick Share, and by default quick shares are turned off, which means it needs to be turned on in the server settings and volume settings. So I'll just go to the SharePoint administration, and for my demo SharePoint, here I see quick shares is turned on, and the same for the server preferences. Quick share needs to be turned on. It has less security because with quick shares, what is easily doable, you just select some files, what customers like to do, like they know it from Dropbox and other solutions. They go to quick shares, they say, okay, this goes for Martina, or they can even add a new user. But let's say I take Martina because I have a communication with her. Here, oops, here are your documents, and yeah, send me an email on access or not, save it. And by the way, the quick share should expire in 1 month, and preview should be allowed, download should be allowed, upload. So basically just selecting some files, going to the quick share menu and saving it. Here we go, the quick share is created. There's a special URL here, and this URL I can send by email. In this case I just open it, and because I'm doing it here from my home office, I enter the proper host name, localhost, and then logging in. And here I see my 2 folders which have been created, and I can just specify download all or download some selectors, or I can jump into the folder. We have a very simplified view here, just viewing some files. You see the note which came in here, and I can select some files and specify download selected or download everything. In case upload is allowed, also an upload button is here. So it's a very simplified user interface, no file management, no fancy stuff, just accessing files. And again, I'm switching this off. How to do it? Just go to the file browser, like I can do this here, select some files and folders, of course, and then go to quick share and specify test files. Bang, it's shared for the user Chris in this case, and they are available. I can also send an email to Chris by clicking here, and then it launches the local email. So that's the part of quick shares, and now I like to show you something different, and this is related to proofing. And here I have a proof sample document, our old artwork from our CD booklet, and let's make it a little bit smaller. And everybody knows that we have annotations, that we can put up notes on the page, and with these annotations I can add some new annotations, like create a rectangular marker and say sample images should be Helios demo images or whatever, and just make a note on here and specify a color and save this. So what was happening very often that people had some mistakes in there and they like to edit this. So we added this feature that annotations can be edited later on. Another one is we can delete this, which is sometimes needed because when you did something by mistake, then you like to delete it. Certainly, you can only delete new entries if there's already an ongoing communication. You cannot edit this later on, or you cannot delete this. However, when stuff gets changed and you add something and you figure out 2 minutes later, oh, this was a mistake, or some spelling or errors, or you have an enhanced text version, no problem, you can do this. So now I'm browsing some pages, and this annotation palette here shows the annotations with a number, and then let's check this. So this is number 1, then there's a reply for number 1, another reply, so basically the communication number 2. But sometimes people like to have this sorted instead of by date, by page number, because they go by page number. So that's new. We can sort this by page number, which means when you are on a page like page 2 or page 3, you can work on the annotations page by page. The same is true for printing annotations. So when it's in page order, also the annotation printout is in page order. And let's look to this. I open this in preview to show it to you. So now it's in page order, and at the end, that's very important, the annotation list, it's sorted by page number and not by creation date. So that's very nice for working on the annotations, and great feedback we got from a customer to have this sorted. Another feature I like to show you here, I was in preview mode, but I can also jump into a proof window and hide this image info. And oops, let's turn this without a proofing profile and hide this. So what's very nice, when the monitor size has been specified in the user settings, I can zoom right away into 100, 150 and 200% representation of the zooming factor, and that's very important because for proofing very often you like to have a 100% view, and the old days it was needed to go here into the submenu and find the right entry here, but now it's much easier. You just click on 100% or 150%. To do so, you need to have for the user the monitor setup done, specifying the default ICC printer profile and the monitor resolution. In this case, it's a MacBook monitor resolution with this pixel size and this 35 centimeters width of the screen. Okay, so that's a tour about the new WebShare feature, some of the new WebShare features and some of the new print preview features. Let's summarize this. On our website, we have here on the main page what is new in UB64, and this brings me to the different products, and I go into, or solutions, I go into WebShare, and here I can show you some of the features we have new. We're enhancing this list, it's still in a better version. Keyboard navigation you have seen, the smart view where we create thumbnails in the list view, drag and drop upload support, more than 4 GB support I explained, and quick share support that we basically can select some files and go to the quick share and share this, and later on we get a tiny URL to show this. So the same is true for print preview. where I have shown you the zoom toolbar and the enhanced annotation support, and we have also higher PDF compatibility support and better RAW and TIFF support. We have no file limits anymore, so it's a much better solution. As a last side note, on my Google Plus page, which you can find on the home page, visit HELIOS on Google Plus. We have an just wait until it's loaded here. We have an article here, HELIOS UB64, HELIOS 64 UB64 discussion, and this means you're welcome to add your comments here for the new version, or just to browse what's up on my Google Plus page. So thank you for joining this video, and I wish you all the best for the ending of the year. So have a happy new year and all the best, and see you next time in my videos. Thanks a lot. Bye.